This bike right here is worth talking about, man. I worked really hard on this bike, man. And some people have a hard time making things happen. Maybe they got to do it 3 to 6 times. That's most of us. Because things that are often referred to as easy, or I don't know why people do that all the time, but it's a bunch of lies. It's not true, man. Ain't nothing easy, especially anything good, you know. So I just can't talk enough about how hard it was to make the bike become an actuality, you know, and buying a welder, learning to weld, and saying, hey, if I buy this welder, am I going to be able to weld? Need a vise. Got me a good USA vise. Got me a grinder, some grinding wheels. Had some blades for circular saw for cutting steel. They're great too. Cut the armrests off the computer desk chair. Turn it into a lower control arm. Take the forks off. Put shock absorption. I mean, all this stuff, man. You know, it's like about 4 bicycles, man, rolled into one. Good bicycles, man, not cheap ones, man. Bikes that I went out and paid $100 for in USA. I just keep the parts, man. If I get tired of it, I'll change it back. Or if it wears out, you know. That's usually what happens. Something wears out on it, and I put something on it that's even better, man. Because I don't want to work on it. I've been known to beat the living shit out of the bikes, man. When I need them and they don't perform, I get like Harry Carey angry, man, where I scare people. You know, I literally beat the living shit out of it with those hand tools laying there on the up against the wall there behind the bike. You notice all them hand tools have got wooden handles on them now, right? Wooden handles, steel handles. There you go. I just got through this glass, and I think I must have a buzz. But I broke the wooden handles on it, man. I just can't control it sometimes, man. I lose control, and I get so mad I'll just beat the living shit out of it, man, until it's freaking demolished. There's nothing left of it, man. You can't even use anything on it. So, I don't ever want that to happen again. Because they're too damn hard to build and they cost too much. You know, it costs hundreds of dollars, man. I probably got $2,000 in the making of this bike right here, if you get right down to all the tools and all the shit that I bought and all the hours I got into it. That's what people don't understand. You know, you can't build these bikes super cheap, man. I got this bike real cheap. You know, I probably got $300 in the bike, man, but it's real difficult to get a bike like this for $300, y'all. Not to mention the fact that you have to make it yourself, you know. The engines on average are always 150 bucks, you know, on average. And you don't really want a new engine, man, from Harbor Freight. You want an old USA, you know, Edger is what you want, a McLean, or anything. I don't give a care what it is. They all use this motor right here back in the day. That's the motor you need. You take the jack shaft off of it that the blade is attached to, and you weld it on that seat post right there and put some straps on it, man. Put a bearing here and 2 bearings on this side there. They're already there on the jack shaft. Just put an extra long shaft. You can knock the old one out. It's real easy to do. Put your long shaft 5/8 inside diameter on there, man. Cut a small piece of the pipe right here, you know. Put your a greaser and put it precisely in there to where it holds the bearing up against this right here, which is the back side. That's a washer, a super big washer. It's kind of on the thin side. that was welded up against the back side of a piece of a pipe. And then on the inside of it, and here up against the 30-piece sprocket, there's a washer there that's a little bit thicker than that one, and the hole isn't 5/8 inside diameter. So that's the hardest thing to build about that bike, is that jack shaft, man. So you get the edger and you use all that junk off the edger, you make the bike a lot cheaper. Plus the motor mount right here, the steel plate it sits on, you use that off the edger, and you use your 4 motor mount bolts as well. So then you got that nipped in the bud too, see. And this thing's greasy, man. It's a real bike. It's a road bike, man. This ain't no looker. You know, this ain't something that just sits here and looks good, man. This is a bike that I ride every day. It's a road bike. You see that shit right there, y'all? It's a reality, okay? Get over it.